All right. So, guys, we're here today, continuing the Yu-Gi-Oh interview series, and I get the privilege today to talk with Yami.Navi. Super excited. How are you doing today, brother?
I'm good, my friend. How are you? Thank you
Oh,
for the invitation.
of course, man. I'm really excited about this one. I've been following you for a while now, and really excited to talk about how your journey was. And I want to start off with uh, how did you get into Yu-Gi-Oh?
Actually, I started almost at the beginning, 2003. Um, I discovered first by the book, so the manga.
Okay.
Um, but I was not really too much into it. I really got it into it with the anime and the playing cards. And after the rest is history.
Oh, so it's just a domino effect, and it just
Yeah,
happened.
exactly. Yeah, like a friend had the book, but I was not really I didn't really know the story, so I just checked the book like that. It was nothing crazy. And then when I saw the anime, I say, hey, this looks really cool. So I bought the book for my friend. I said, this is crazy good. And then after my parents bought me the cards, and as you say, domino effect, and now it's like
And
a
that was
big
back in
passion.
2013, right?
No, 2003.
Well, 2003.
2003.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, like OG, true OG here.
Wow, that is a long time ago. um,
I know.
because one thing I noticed, like, I did a little bit of research on you, and like I scrolled a little bit. It took me a minute on Instagram to scroll, but I went to your first post. I don't know if you remember. It was back in January of 2018, almost 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But it was a picture of you and the Karibo. I had the picture of that. I think that's your first one, but that's it was a
Yeah.
really cool journey though, man. Your posts and stuff. That's what I really want to get into is, um, like like on your Instagram page. I noticed your page just stands out to me so much more than a lot of other pages, and your photos pop, if that makes sense. So explain to me
Thanks.
on that. How do you do that?
I
Basically.
mean, I mean, like first of all, I put my heart on it. That's why it pops like that. No, no, no. It's more like I'm trying to be original. When you go on Instagram, not only on Yu-Gi-Oh, any kind of stuff you are checking, most of the time everything looks the same.
Right.
So I wanted to figure out how I could share my passion and my cards and my collection, but in a different way. Sometimes it works, I guess. Sometimes it does not work. But I try always to put a fun way in it, and if it pops good and people like it, even better.
Oh, exactly, man. And obviously you can tell a lot of people like it. I see you get a lot of engagement on your comment section and on Instagram, and that's really hard to do for a lot of creators. So definitely tip my hat to you on that. That's hard to do. Um,
Thank you, friend.
Another thing too on your Instagram that I notice a lot that you do that no one else really does is on your stories you do a lot of knowledge quizzes. And so tell me a little bit about what goes into that and what made you start doing that, because I feel like you probably get a lot of engagement on that.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I had the idea one day. Actually, no, I was asking those questions to myself, and I say, "Wow, that's pretty hard." I want to check if my followers and other Yu-Gi-Oh fans will know those stuff. And then so I tried. Actually, I got really good feedbacks, even on my first try. So when I have good ideas and good question, I just do it on my story. But to be honest, it started from nothing. I was just asking a question to myself. I say, "Oh, I'm gonna ask everybody to see how it goes." And actually, the stats, I mean the answers, like sometimes they are really balanced.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to it's more for really true fan. It's not that easy. I don't know if you played yourself. I try to make it hard, challenging.
Oh,
I think
definitely.
that's what people like it, I guess.
Oh yeah. If anything, I do a lot of them, and it freshens up on my knowledge as well too. Like you stump me sometimes. And it's like I gotta, I even like, well, I don't know that answer, so I want to research that. And like, I think that's really cool because no one else does that. I think that is something that stands out, and that's one thing cool. I actually look forward to when you do those quizzes because it's like it's a refresher for me as well. So that's really cool.
Thanks.
um, so at least transitioning here, what would you say is like some of the favorite things that you like to collect in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, of course, the cards. That's the first thing I collect. But what I prefer to collect actually is the starter and structure decks. Um, yeah, I like. You need to understand that I collect only items related to the original character from Duel Monsters. I try to keep it small because I think they are the most valuable stuff in Yu-Gi-Oh! And if I go like other generation like GX and 5Ds, etc., like is a never ending. So I'm trying to keep it small,
Right.
even it's actually big. But yeah, I really like to collect those. I actually have pretty much all of them. It's just I don't really care about the edition, if it's like in a really good condition or not. So I'm trying to don't spend too much. That's why I will keep it that way.
I feel you on That's hard to do sometimes, but one thing I noticed too, like on your structure decks that you post and stuff, I think the funniest and coolest thing is you always put your name on there where it should be like the first edition logo is. So I always find that really cool, actually.
Actually, I do that. I put my hashtag almost everywhere because some people screenshot my pictures and they post it saying that they took the picture.
Yeah.
So I say, ah, shit, what I need to do? So I say, oh, I'm gonna put the hashtag in front position sometimes, like the spot.
Right.
So people will know that it's me. That's the purpose.
That's actually really cool. Actually, I didn't think of it like that. I thought that was more of just trying to be funny with it. But that's cool, man.
Two
um,
in one.
so tell me what with like if you've noticed lately, there's been like the market, for instance. It's just been a roller coaster lately. What is your opinion on the market right now? And do you see it continually dipping? Do you see it going back up? Tell me your opinion on that.
I mean, I'm not really into the market to be honest. I know there is stuff that like will never go down. I mean, a lot down. Um, but the thing is, it's tough to say. It's tough to say. I think it's gonna go up and up and up because people keep buying everything. If people don't buy anything, the price will drop. The same with real estate and stuff. Um, so I think is we crossed the point of no return at this point. Uh, some prices are really ridiculous, but again, because people buy them and spend the money, the resellers and the market go up. As simple as that.
For sure. Like the demand is it's weird how this year went. Like I felt like it was up and up and then we saw a dip and then, it sounds like it might climb back up. That's a good point. I like that. I guess feeding off of the marketplace, I'm really curious because like you have a really cool bookshelf back there. Has a lot of cool stuff. But I'm actually always curious, where do you get your Yu-Gi-Oh products? Is it something as simple as eBay or do you have like a source that you go through or like where do you get most of your products from?
Okay, so I had stuff like from back in the day when they first came out. So I just bought them at regular price. For the rest, I use a lot of eBay. Uh, I have some friends from Japan, so they help me out to buy stuff online or ship me those stuff. That's why I have a lot of Korean boosters, boxes, and starter decks, structure deck. I have a lot of Japanese stuff. I have a few Chinese too. So yeah, it's really helpful when you have somewhere there overseas. Um, and I have actually here in Canada, we have the best car store in Toronto. It's called Dolly's, and they are like regarding cards,
Uh-huh.
they are like my first providers, card providers. They have pretty much everything. They have a huge Yu-Gi-Oh community. So yeah, they've been really helpful since I moved here. So yeah, so my cars basically they're coming from almost everywhere. But now you know what my provider are.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm always curious on that because like a lot of people say eBay or like Macari and stuff, but I'm always curious of like where's like some of the sources that you get because you got a lot of stuff that's not necessarily English stuff, and I mean that's mostly what I collect, but I think it's really fascinating how you have the different languages and sets and stuff. So it sounds like to me it doesn't matter what version if it's English or Japanese or Korean. It's just you just like collecting as a whole. Is that right?
Yeah, because the beautiful thing about Yu-Gi-Oh and I guess other card games, so anime, manga, is like the game brings people together. So no matter the language you speak, for example, when you play online, you can even play with everybody. So the cards for me is the same thing. And on top of that, for example, like for like Asian products in general, they have edition that we don't have. They have rarities that we don't have, and 90% of the time they are better than what we can get here. I know sometimes it's not really like valuable thinking about money, but like there is stuff that maybe you get because it is valuable. That is a privilege to get it, but sometimes it's more like the nostalgia and what you like, no matter if it's $1 or $100. So with that perspective, that's how I select my items. But yeah, sometimes it's cool to have an English version, but when the price is like 10 times the price in Japanese, and for my end they look better, I just go for the Japanese version. I don't really care.
That's cool, man. Because like a lot of people like to focus on the monetization value of it, and if anything, it sounds like you're more focused on the nostalgia and what it means to you as a collector and the passion behind it. So that's really cool. I like that actually.
Exactly, because the thing is, when you focus on the price only, there is at some point you need to be realistic. I'm not talking about like spending the money. I mean, okay, you buy something that is gonna get more valuable with the time, but there is a high chance that you will never sell it. You're gonna keep it. So at the end, it's like money sleeping on your shelf or in a box. So I don't know. Like there is no right or wrong. This is just my perspective. That's it.
No, for sure. That's cool though, because it's like you said, like people are focused so much on the money, the aspect of it, and if you focus more on the nostalgia part of it, I think the money will come along with it. So
Mm,
it's a good point of view. Um,
exactly.
uh, Transitioning again here, I want to know what would you say is like your best purchase you've ever made in Yu-Gi-Oh, and then the flip side of that, what was like your worst purchase you ever made in Yu-Gi-Oh, and why?
Ooh, actually, yeah, it's hard. Like for the best, I think this tight. Actually, it's like recent purchases. First one, I think, is the structure deck. So Japanese structure deck, Volume One. So it's Yugi, Pegasus, Joey, and Kaiba.
Mm-hmm.
Those first volume one are pretty hard to get. They're really pricey, really pricey. But I got the deal of life from a friend. So if you watch this video, thank you. So yeah, this I wanted those items for years. I got the volume two, but not the volume one. So I got those. This is my best purchase, I guess. Like for my end, and the Millennium Puzzle by Bandai, the one that came out a few months ago in Japan, is like just beautiful. Like just the items itself, the box. Uh, yeah, those are my favorites. Maybe not like the best value, but like for me, my heart, yeah, man, that was my best. And for the worst, there is a lot. There is a lot to be honest. I think the worst that I got was not really pricey. It was the let me check here. This thing here. Give me just a second. I think it's this one here. Oh no, not this one. Sorry. It's not that one. I think this was like the most. This one here.
Complete Series
What's
Dragon.
it called? The Dragons of Legend. You know,
Uh-huh.
like the series. I think it's the re-edition. Anyways, like I wanted to collect because there is different boosters art. I wanted to collect all the legendary dragon,
Right.
and I bought like a bunch of boxes, a bunch of them, and I got always the same art. So I could not collect all of them. I got so
Oh
pissed
man.
off. And the car inside, I don't really care. So it was just yeah, it was just a waste
Oh
for
man.
me.
Oh, for sure. If like if you can't complete a collection, I guess that would definitely be a problem for sure. You know.
I know because in Europe, actually, you can see through the box. It's like clear, so you can see the boosters inside. So you can see the art. So you pick whatever you want. But here in North America, you cannot see inside. You need to buy it first and then open it.
Oh wow.
I got ripped off there. I mean, it's just something small, but for me, it was a big deal. So pissed off.
Oh man. Well, let's talk about something good then. After that, then, um, what is your favorite card of all time, and the reason why it's your favorite card?
Okay, easy. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what my favorite card is. Is the legendary fisherman.
Yes, I knew that was coming.
Um, because actually, it's a fun story. When I first started Yu-Gi-Oh, so me and my brother were going to a card store, and there was like a weekly tournament in the weekend, and the champion of the club at the time, I think that was like back in 2004. He was playing a Jinzo deck, and Jinzo uh, is not affected by trap cards. And we bought a booster. You got the fisherman, and the fisherman is not affected by spell cards. So my brother say, "Hey, that would be fun to try to beat that guy with a similar monster, like weaker but in a fun way." So that's why it started. And on top of that, uh, like since I'm a kid, I like to go to the beach and the sea. And Mako, the owner of the legendary fisherman, has a really deep story about that card and his father. So everything like linked together made that card is really special. It actually was my first, one of my first holographic cards from back in the day because it was really hard to get like
Right.
super rare or like ultra rare or secret rare from those OG boosters. So it was like a kind of an achievement. And on top of that, the money was coming from the parents. We were kids. Now you can spend your own money and buy boxes. At the time, you had maybe like a few bucks to buy maybe one or two boosters. So that was pretty big. So that's the story about it.
That's awesome. That's one of my favorite cards of all time too. It's top five for sure. And just like you said, the artwork on it's amazing. Like what it does and the game and how, like you're saying, it can offset with Genzo there. It's pretty awesome, man. I knew it was your favorite card, but I wanted to hear the story on it. So I thought that was
That
cool.
was the
um,
story.
so I know most people know you from Instagram, not necessarily. I don't think as much on YouTube. But one thing I noticed on your YouTube videos, you don't do too many, but the ones that you do, the quality is way up there. Like I can tell, like the editing of it, and like certain things. Like I'll give you an example. Like what is it? The Millennium Puzzle you recently got in your latest video. Just like
Mm.
certain things that you do in the video, just as simple as like you were pushing the button and then it like transitioned and it like you know what I'm talking about. But like I
Yeah.
just I'm curious, like what are your thoughts on how you come up with like those ideas and stuff? Because like that is amazing content that a lot of creators on YouTube miss. But I feel like you nailed it and like you get a lot of engagement in the comment section on that. And it's like it was just a fun video watching. All your videos are, but like that one for instance, like it was so entertaining. Just want to know what your thoughts on are how you come up with that idea and like the transitions and the editing. That makes sense.
Like I have so many ideas. I'm not gonna lie. I have so many. I have like books full of ideas. The thing is, as you said, that I try to make it like super original. put so much thought about in it, and takes time. Takes time. I guess I have the time. It's just sometimes I'm just lazy. I guess that's my loss because I think like I could share with more people because yeah, I have like almost 14,000 followers on Instagram, but I can't even reach 500 followers on YouTube. I think it's just my issue. I should put more video, but uh, yes, when you do YouTube, you have two choices, or you play the card with the quantity, or you play the card with the quality. Until now, the quality didn't really pay off and pay out, but I I want to be different than the other Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber in general, if that makes sense. I really like the content because I watch myself their video, deck profile, video opening. But for my channel, I don't want to do that. I want to do something different. So yeah. So the ideas, to be honest, sometimes they just like come to my mind like randomly, watching maybe another video, watching a movie, checking my cards. Boom, it pops up like this. I think I'm just creative, I guess, but I have no secret about that. I'm not. It's like it just come by itself.
For sure. If anything, man, you're just entertaining. Like it's like there's certain YouTube channels that I'll watch and stuff, and some of them it's more of like the content on openings and stuff. But then I'll see something that's just creative or just completely different, and that's one thing that I like about your channel is you just do something different, man. It's like that you got to stand out some way, and you don't because you don't want to be what the mass of everyone's doing, right? You don't want to be the same,
Yeah.
and like standing out is
Mm.
very difficult, but um, it's just entertaining. That's the best way I could put it. It's just like I could watch your entire video from start to the end, and I can't really say that about a lot of videos out there. I'll either get distracted or something. So,
Thanks,
but
friend.
but
Appreciate that. It's like
but
means
it's
a
but
lot.
it's
That's
but
good.
it's true
Thanks.
though. It's like I just like I'm captured by it. It's like the editing is really good, and it's like it's not like boring parts. Sometimes I feel like even on my videos, there'll be times where I'll be like just talking and stuff, and then like all of a sudden like I'm sure my viewers are kind of slightly off topic or something. So capturing the attention is very difficult to do, but I think especially with the videos that you've done so far, I mean you're capturing the audience, man, and that's hard. That's hard to do. Um,
Thanks, my friend.
so at least feeding off the since we're on the YouTube topic,
Mm.
I'm curious what kind of creators do you like to watch? What YouTubers are some of your favorites to watch and why?
Actually, I'm not like a big YouTube guy. Don't watch a lot of videos. I listen more music in on YouTube. Um, but about Yu-Gi-Oh, to be honest, sometimes what I'm trying to do is, for example, I'm looking for a deck profile. I'm not just gonna check the first video that pops up there. I'm trying to support like smaller YouTube pages. So because you don't know, the views does not mean anything. Sometimes you can have like 100 views, but the content is better than the YouTuber with 70,000 views.
Right.
It depends. So I check a lot of them. So my favorite YouTubers, Yu-Gi-Oh, is Team Samurai X1 because we are going to the same card store actually. So yeah, he's like a homie here.
Yeah.
I met him a few times. I know he's always busy, but he's a really nice guy. I think his content is good. But now I think he has like more a routine because he has his followers now. But this content is always great. And beside that, I really love and enjoy since more than a decade now is the Hungry Video Game Nerd about video games.
Uh-huh.
I think some stuff like I got inspired by him because his video about video games are really entertaining. And I guess I wanted to do something similar with Yu-Gi-Oh, even if it's a really different topic. Because I watching that guy since 2006. We're at 2021. I'm still watching his video because he got my attention for every single one. So yeah, that's my two favorite YouTubers.
You said that was Yu-Gi-Oh Nerd? Is that who it was?
No, he's a hungry video game nerd. He's about video games, like
Oh,
old school video game, like from the NES, the old PlayStation, the Sega, all that stuff.
Okay.
So he reviewed the games, like shitty games. Sorry for the language,
You're good.
but in a fun way. It makes you want to play those games even if they suck, and it's pretty fun. If you never heard about him, like you should check it out, especially his old videos. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty fun.
I haven't heard of that, but I'll definitely check it out. I love old school Nintendo stuff and stuff like that too. That's fun. But when you're saying like with Team Samurai, one thing he does really well is like you notice like he has one of the probably the best editing, probably anybody I'd say in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. Like just the way he edits. I don't know who his editor is, if it's him or if he has someone that does it. But I would really love to talk to him and pick his brain on how he does some of those transitions and stuff. If you notice how he does
I
those.
know. I
So
know. No, you're right. You're right. So it's like kind of simple, but they're really amazing, and I think like makes the difference between other YouTubers. I think the content is always good, depending on what you are searching, of course.
uh,
But definitely, yeah, the top, yeah, he's on the top. Yeah,
And you said Dolly's was the store in Toronto, and that's the store that he does in his videos. So that's the big store.
yeah, exactly. It's not the store is not big. It's not big, but they have a lot of stuff. And they can get like a lot of stuff for you. And they're really like they're really helpful. Like they care about you. That's why I like them. Even if they don't have something like right away, they say, "Hey, I will come back in a few days to you and let you know." Even if the answer is, "Oh, sorry, I tried, but I don't have it." At least they try,
Yeah.
and you don't get that often. And I think because the store is small, but there is actually like a lot of people. All the tournaments, and when there is like new Yu-Gi-Oh products uh, like coming up, or like for the pre-orders, like they are really they know what they are doing. They are like
On
that good.
point. Wow, that's awesome. If I ever get to go to Canada again, I went back in I think it was 2011, a long time ago. I went to Niagara Falls
Oh
and
wow.
stuff. That was fun.
Uh,
But
yes,
if I ever get to go again, I'd love to go to that shop, see what all the hype's about. So,
no
um,
problem.
going back to Instagram real quick for me. Um,
Mhm.
I'm curious, like, what are some of like accounts that you follow on, or like, what's like some of the content that you see that like you like seeing in your feed every day? Like, we mentioned a little bit of it earlier, but like, what would you say is like some of like the main accounts that you follow and why?
Actually, I really try to stay close to the community and my followers. So I have like a lot of different pages always popping up in my stories, or like in the main page. Um, what I like to to see, I like to see everything. That's the thing. That's the thing. Because sometimes I like to discover new stuff. Um, but what I'm really fascinated, and I think that's why I like your page too, and a lot of stuff that you post. I'm really
Thanks.
fascinated about Yu-Gi-Oh before Konami. I think maybe it's bad if they are listening to this video, but the story about it and the art, the rarity of those items are just amazing. So I follow a few people from Asia. I can't really tell you the name of their page because it's pretty complicated. But they post really great stuff that you don't ever know about, we never seen before, and they're like true OG legit Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I like to see that. Beside that, I like to see the new stuff that will, like that Konami will release. And I like to see cards that I don't know about, because like almost always the same card are always coming up everywhere,
Right.
and sometimes I discover new stuff. Even if they're really sometimes they're related to like I don't know, like big monster or like a OG monster that you like. For example, like a couple of months ago, I discovered a new, not a new, a really old fusion monster with Sangen in the fusion monsters. I didn't even know about, because people don't post it, and I didn't own it. So I say, shit, looks cool. It's actually from a really old set. So if I didn't have like one of my followers posting that, maybe I will never find out. So it's pretty much everything, but especially old stuff or new stuff related to old stuff. I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh, definitely. If anything, when you're saying like certain collectors overseas and stuff, I the one that came to mind, and I'm not sure if you follow him, but Exodia 525, I think has amazing content and like him and like I think is it Yugi Old Card. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Sorry if I said that wrong. But some of the stuff like you're saying is like pre Bandai and pre stuff that was just the very first back in in the 90s, and like I like seeing stuff like
Yeah,
that. There's not too many people that post stuff like that, so when you see that, it's like wow, that's really cool. So
right.
I'm definitely on point with you on that. That's pretty cool. Um, Next question for you. What would you like to see out of, or like, what would you like to see more of in the Yu-Gi-Oh community? Just in
Uh,
general.
like talking about like the cards or like the followers
Well, just the
or
community as a whole. Like, what do you feel like? Like, do you think like the Pokemon community is doing something differently that the Yu-Gi-Oh community should do, or like, do you feel like the Yu-Gi-Oh community needs to do something more of something specific? If that makes sense.
um, I mean, like from my end and my experience, I think the Yu-Gi-Oh community is really strong and close to each other. Not, I don't really know about the Pokemon, um, but actually, I think it's pretty good. Don't have anything really to think like they should change or do better. Um, Maybe what they should do, maybe, but this is not really like just the Yu-Gi-Oh community. Is the game itself, maybe Konami to, I mean, not to divide, but to let me explain again. Uh, like for example, like the game is it became really complicated, and I think what maybe the community should do is more about maybe like GOAT format tournament with some followers, and maybe if they see that it works, they will bring more people, like me, for example, because like my brain has a limitation of what I can do with the game now. So yeah, maybe bring more about the true OG game from back in the day, because I think it was more fun. Don't get me wrong, it's still fun, but it was more fun before. Maybe it's just the nostalgia talking, but maybe if more followers from the community will put in the front the original way to play it,
Uh-huh.
maybe it would actually bring more people, because like new Yu-Gi-Oh players is really hard to get new players because it's pretty complicated to catch up.
Oh yeah.
They have like 20 years of game to catch up. The cards are really complicated. So unfortunately, those people they cannot play with the hard gamer and meta players, and that's where maybe something that divide the community, not in a bad way, but maybe they should maybe do that more. I don't know if that makes sense what I just explained.
No,
It
no,
makes sense
it
here, but
no. I think I understand what you're saying. If anything, the the game itself, like you said, and you are correct. I feel like it's very complicated from for someone who's followed Yu-Gi-Oh for 20 years. I understand the goat format and the very first stuff, and that all made sense to me. But then when you start getting into link stuff and doing special summoning certain things and like it I could figure it out, I believe, but like I think for most people, or like you're saying, new people in Yu-Gi-Oh, I think it is a little bit complicated. So you're thinking some type of um, tutorial or something where like or
yeah.
some type of like just an event or something where people can just explain it and like this is why this is happening on when they do this card versus this. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, exactly. Even if like you play meta, you're really into the game, like the current game, like maybe more open to bring new players and explain to them slowly, and maybe like play with them like the way you were used to play before. I don't know. Maybe I should do something about that. We should do something about that. I
Exactly.
don't know. Like because I remember the fun that I had before, and now it's a bit less fun. Like when the players in front of you like play like for 2 3 minutes by itself, and then you after you say, "Oh man, you drew a move in 10 seconds, and then your turn is over." Like like there is like a different level, and they should have different level 1, 2, 3, expert, like masters, not to divide the community, just to, because you cannot go on the master level if you didn't master the beginning level. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like the beginner level.
Oh yeah.
Like it's step by step.
No,
Yeah.
that's actually that's a great idea. You might be onto
Yeah.
something there, man.
That's it.
Well, yeah, we'll have to get into that sometime. I think that's a great idea. Um,
Mm.
so I guess one more question here for you, and then I want to get into the last part of the interview for you.
No
But
problem.
I'm curious, what is your Yu-Gi-Oh goals for the rest of the year? We just got one more month, and then I guess leading into next year, what kind of Yu-Gi-Oh goals are you looking to complete, either for your collection or just for nostalgia purposes, or what's your goals there?
Okay. For the end of the year, I want to, because I still play. I didn't play for a couple of months, but now that COVID is getting better, my friends are going back to the card store, so I need to update my deck,
Hmm.
my current deck playing. I'm playing Grand Magi.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. I like play different than everybody else. It's not really competitive, but it's fun to play. At least if I have fun, even if I lose, that's the most important for me. So that's my first goal. And then looking for uh, new product to add to my collection. Right now, I'm more about a few Asian products, one from China and two from Japan. I will post them shortly because they should arrive before Christmas. So I will share it in my Instagram. And for next year, as I said, I collect only, I mean, like 95% of the time, stuff related to the original characters, monsters from the original characters. So I know there is like the new Koribo boosters pack that
Booster
it came
box.
out a few days ago.
Yeah.
I didn't grab them yet, so I will definitely get that. And for next year, actually there is one item I'm waiting for 2022. I don't think we're gonna get it in North America, but that's the Millennium Box.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
where
I've seen that.
Yugi keep the Millennium Puzzle?
Uh huh.
Like when he tried to build it, to complete it, they actually release Bandai will release that in Japan. I think it's in March or April, and this is like, yeah, like a childhood dream coming true. If I have the puzzle, I have the puzzle and the box. I can put the pieces inside, and then damn, that would be so cool to have like the same like Yugi vibes like in real life. Yeah,
Oh man,
that's
that,
it.
that sounds awesome. Well, let me know when that comes out because I'd be interested in too. I'd like to have that in my collection. That'd be awesome.
No problem.
um, so this next part of the interview series, I want to do either or. So I'm pretty much just going to ask you, do you like this or this? And it's more of a off the top of your head kind of thing. So I won't go super fast, but it's like more of a quick, off the top of your head, if that makes sense. So first question, Kaiba or Yugi?
Yugi, easy.
That's it. He's in the background. we got
Exactly.
we got Joey or Pegasus?
Joy.
Joey. We got old
Yeah,
school sets or new sets?
old school set.
That's a no brainer, right? Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl?
Dark Magician.
Dark Magician. All right. Crush Card Virus or Cyberstein?
The Crush Virus.
Crush Card. I totally agree too. Cyberstein wasn't really in the show, so it made more sense, at least for me. Blister packs or booster packs?
Sorry, booster pack or?
Blister packs or booster packs?
Sorry, maybe I'm stupid. What's the difference? Blister packs?
Yeah, blisters. So it comes in the packaging where it shows the outside, and then or just a loose booster pack.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My bad. Yeah, no, I have a bunch of that. That's actually hard. I like the blister packs. I like the blister packs.
Blisters. Same here.
Yeah,
Unweighed. It's a lot less chance of it being unweighed if it's blister. I agree.
yeah.
Raw cards or graded cards?
Raw cards. Graded cards. I'm not into grade cards. Sorry.
No, that's good. I like stuff like that.
I
People. Go ahead.
Could be fun, but I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
PSA or BGS if you did grade the card.
I would say PSA, I guess. Yeah, PSA.
PSA. And then Instagram or YouTube.
Uh, I'm gonna say Instagram because I'm
Instagram.
more successful there. Yeah, that was good, but I would say Instagram.
Instagram. And then
Yeah.
collection or clout.
Uh, so collection or collab, right?
Or collection or clout.
Cloud?
Yeah, clout, like CLOUT. You know, I guess I'm having a hard time explaining it myself. Clout be like, your followers and this and that, or would you more focus on your collection? Like if you had either one.
Oh, okay. I can say both because this is hard. Because I won't have a collection like that if I don't have my followers. Like they are like books, but at the same time, like they like what I do, and I can share my passion. So yeah, this is like both. It's cannot just pick one. Sorry.
So both. No, that's good. That's good. That's why we do this. I like hearing people's opinions on this. So, and then the last question. This is a personal question. All right.
Okay.
Don't laugh too hard. But if I want to grow my hair out, what is the hair gel that I need to do to look like Yami.Navi?
Wow. Actually, is by Schwarzkopf. Shit, I forgot the name. Is got to be yellow.
Got to be yellow. I'm gonna look
Got
that
to
up.
be.
I'm gonna really try to grow my hair out, man. So I think you got the
Yeah,
coolest
the
hair.
kid are that kind of short, but actually that gel is waterproof. So when you take a shower, you need to put some kind of shampoo to get rid of it. So be worried. Be aware about that.
No, that's awesome. I was really curious how you were going to answer that question. That was the highlight to me of the questions I was asking today. By the way.
I like that. I like that. Thank you.
But that's if anything, that was pretty much everything that I had. Was there anything that you wanted to add today, or anything at all?
First, I wanted to thank you because I believe you deserve attention from the Yu-Gi-Oh community. You're a great guy, great collection. You know exactly what you are talking about. You have the passion in your vein, in your blood. So hopefully more success, like a lot of success for you in 2022. And for the rest, thank you for the followers and people watching this video. And believe in the heart of the cards.
Man, those are some kind words, man. I do appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. It really does. If anything, though, Yami.Navi, I appreciate you doing this interview with me today, man. It really means a lot to me. And if anything, guys, definitely go follow this guy's Instagram. If you haven't yet, I'd be very surprised if you haven't, because it's amazing content, amazing quality. His YouTube channel as well. Guy is just we need him to do more videos. That's the biggest thing. We need Yami.Navi to do more videos, and because it's amazing content. But I completely understand how hard it is to find time. I have a hard time sometimes myself finding time, but go check out his channel, guys. Instagram and YouTube. I'll have it in the links in the description here. And appreciate you guys on this interview series. We're going to continue along with it. And until the next video, Yu-Gi-Oh! Prodigy. I'll let you guys later.